On this episode of Cooking with Emma, before we actually go into the TV show, a little behind the scenes. You want to get your items at the grocery store and you want to really make the good decision of making this because this is really good. And yeah, let's get into it. Hello, my name is Emma Alpiner, and today on Emma's cooking show, we are making Noodle Kugel. Now, the first step of making Noodle Kugel is to make sure you have all your ingredients. And making anything, you need all of your ingredients. The next thing you want to do is you want to have 3/4 cup of raisins. It's okay if you get a little bit over because you can just pick up what's on the counter and put them in your bowl or a cup. So the next thing you want to do is you want to put the 3/4 cup of water as to raisins. So if you're making just what I'm making, you put 3/4 cup of raisins. So you put 3/4 cup of warm to hot water and you let them. So you're going to have 20 cups of water in your pot, and you're gonna do 2 teaspoons of kosher salt in the water because salt equals flavor. And you're also going to heat up your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And while you have all of that, you're going to get any container that is oven safe, and you're going to grease it with like Pam or olive oil, preferably olive oil because Pam is just like fake stuff. So what I have in this bowl are 6 eggs. We have a cup of sugar. We have 8 ounces of cream cheese. We have 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We have cottage cheese, so 2 cups of sour cream and a cup of cottage cheese. And now we are going to mix it. So this is what it looks like after it's mixed. And make sure before you mix it, what I forgot to say in the last clip was you have to add 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla. So that's what makes it really nice. Next, once you have like water that is boiling or almost boiling, as you can see in the bubbles, you want to put a whole pack of these egg noodles. Now on this, it depends what type of egg noodles you get. These are the 12 ounces, and that's what you are required. So 12 ounces of egg noodles. And then what you want to do is you want to have that come to a boil and then come back. So after you have cooked the noodles for 7 minutes, you drain them, okay, completely, okay, because you don't want you don't want them fully cooked because you want to put them in the oven. So if you get them fully cooked, you will overcook them. After you have drained your noodles, next you want to drain your raisins from the beginning of our cooking show. So now you have soaked raisins, and then you're going to put the raisins in the noodles. So you're going to have this in the noodles. And then after you have the raisins and all that, you take your mixture that you made with like the cream cheese and the butter and all of that, and then you're going to put it over the noodles. Okay? You want to make sure you have everything. And then after you have it all poured, you want to just carefully, so you don't damage the noodles, you want to mix this whole mixture. So everything is evenly mixed. And then next, you want to put the noodles with the sauce and the raisins all in this pan. Try not to splash. And you want to have an oven mitt because the bottom still may be hot, so you don't want to burn your hands. And then after you have this all in the pan and everything, you want to have a tablespoon of sugar and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. You don't really need anything. I just mixed it with my finger. You can literally just put it on top like this. Just sprinkle it. Because once this goes in the oven, this will crisp up, make that nice crispy layer you see on top of the photos of the Kugel. And that's the good stuff. That's what all the kids want, is the crispy edges, like pizza, you know? So just sprinkle this on the edges. You want an even layer. You don't want one side to have all of this and then not the other side. So at the end, I just go like this. I go like this. Boom. There. After you have your Kugel all in, you want to have your oven preheated. Timer to 1 hour and cook that for an hour. While your Kugel's in the oven, you have a free hour to yourself, unless you want to get some studying. But I personally like to catch up on some reading. And of course, my favorite book or play, of course, is Shakespeare. Let's check on the Kugel. Looks good. We're about halfway done. Back to my reading. After an hour in the oven, after it's all, you think it's done, and it should look like this. Okay, it should look like this. And the edges are golden brown. Right. Let's make sure. Leave the oven crack a little bit. So you see, the edges are golden brown. They're not burnt, which is a good sign. So you let this sit for 15 to 20 minutes and make sure it's cool enough to eat and don't burn yourself because you need it to solidify. Okay, so after it's set, you can see, hear that? Hear how crispy it is? Get close. That's one crispy Kugel. Now, I always like to go from the edge. Okay. Now, make sure it's sharp enough to, get in there. And all that. And take your spoon, your Kugel spoon. Take it up like this. Look at the noodles. Let's give it a taste. Looks like Kugel. Smells like Kugel. Hot. Really good. Wow. The flavor, so rich. It tastes a lot like my cousin's.
Oh my god. That is so good.
Really?
It takes me home. That is good, Kugel. Good Kugel.
Thank you for watching Cooking with Emma, and I will be back very soon, sooner than you know it. But if you do want the recipe, email me at emmaalpiner@gmail.com. I will try to get the recipe as fast as I can. Bye!